And hello, your TouchUpsMade host, Reese here. I'm here to give you a bonus behind the scenes look of the full setup completely. I will not describe everything what you'll see except for some of the tricky changes that I need to make or have been added. When we get to them, I'll describe a little bit of that, but most of it we'll just kind of just take a nice scope around so you can take a look at the subs and displays in the full as well too. Without any further ado, let's get those icons off me and let's go. Here in the hallway, we'll start with the ground level at some of the puppets and such that'll be used for this one. And that is this one here. The helmet with the skull, a soldier thing here is one. We'll get this witchy like puppet as well too in there. Then we get this puppet head and a puppet glove that also will be a part of it as well too. And with that, we get is this horned witch. Something new about it. I put the viper staff right here with this thing onto it. This purple like wood like bulb that's now attached to this viper staff, which now she is holding. And over there we get to the next witch. What has changed about this? I gave this witch a hand this time. Right here. Holding onto one of the scepter wands. Right there. So that is the newest thing I've added to the two witches. One here and one right there. And now we'll march on forward and take a look at one of the wall things that I just recently added. So I'm going to go ground level the Tower of Skulls with the snake on top. One fake bone of the rat there, and we got one rat right there, all fake. Behind here, the cluster ball has been moved to over there, and we got the Hallows lantern right there, where you'll see is this tombstone thing here, and this candle seen just here. That right there is new and have been added. This here got moved from there now to here. Look way up. We get this one here. We'll also here the black beads, and then we get some pumpkin and a different kind of squash like pumpkin. We got the blood drip candle here on the side of this Hollywood looking pumpkin jackal. And we have one in behind of it there. See, that's the one there. And we got another pumpkin right there attached to that one. And a scary looking pumpkin has fangs on that one there for the wall. And we got one down here, the same candle as that one as is down there. And on top of it is a scorpion, which you see just right here. And in the full on here, we get to see on top of this pumpkin here is a different kind of snake on top of it. That one there was just recently added. This is the one you see just right there now. Over here we got a ghost like witch, which you see just here. Black cloak and hair right there. So it's going to be like a ghost witch that will be appearing here. Now we got a basket that has a pumpkin and a snake coiled around it this way instead of that way. It's now this way. Here we added some greens with it there and a snake on top of this pumpkin. Besides, it's all this here. But then if we go down to over here, we get to see we got is a leaf there, a different color leaf. Then if you look down, we get this other puppet right here. One that looks kind of Halo's like black hair and kind of here, this is another puppet that'll be right over here. And then we get this here. Nothing has changed over here. Nothing has changed over here. This here, the snake here, is actually different from before and how I placed it onto this skull right there. Nothing has changed over here except that phone will not be there. I just have it there because I was watching something. Yeah, so I have my phone there. I was watching something, and but that won't be on there as of today, because as today is going to be our filming day of our second video for our 12th installment. Now, a lot is straightforward. Okay, so nothing has changed over here except I will remove that, like I said. And we'll look down here. Ground level of here. Nothing has changed here or here, but I'm just giving you a briefing. But I've changed from this over here is now the two bears are now different. Once we're over here, now this one here is sitting down, and on the opposite side is the bear sitting up on the side of the other bear right there. And then behind of this right there is the that kind of got shifted. Here, I'm just gonna move that over here a little bit more. There we go. I got it all shifted. So the this stays as is right there. And then we got is the for the witch, nothing has changed except for I brought this out a little bit so you can see a little bit of the dark Celtic greens here. Same with this as well too. I'll bring this forward as well too. This is still the same. There we got the bat on top there before, and this right there. That's basically it there. And then here I've now is fully took off the covering from the wall. You can see what still is there. Brief look at that. Right there. And that's just the head of the couch. The head of the couch, you can see, has this nice lay in the back there. And you get this nice looking thing there. Nice brown earth tone right there. So this is the last behind the scenes one, just before we get right into the filming production, which will be happening this evening. Probably about a little bit after around before or a little bit after supper time. Just want to let you know, that way we get some nice shadows in there and making it a little bit more within the right light setting as well too. Then even the lights, I'll show you what I'll do with the lights to make it look more Hallowistic and shadowy. So what I first start off with is I would turn off that light. So I'm going to turn off that light right now. Right here. That way it looks kind of like this, as you can see. So the light will be kind of like this, but we're going to have it a little bit more shadowy by the cover of the evening time. That way it looks more dark and like Celtic, like dark, because the Celtic part. What's so Celtic about this? Look at the tricks table. Rich in greens and other. Right here. All this right here, all the greens and down to earth stuff. Definitely draw in the richness of the dark Celtic side. And same with the plant right there, and these posts and balls there, that green orb ball, and having all this right here too, including that dream catcher as well too. So that's what gives the dark Celtic side as well too. And that's what the pagans, the witches, and the Wiccans kind of are, let alone some of them are like from like the time of solstice time and other as well too, like especially in Halloween, which is technically the Hallows in between. That's what they call it, Halloween, and it goes throughout basically out of March, basically, because March has its roots tied in with not the St. Patrick, but of the leprechaun. As speaking of the leprechaun, well, there's some history in regards with the Hallows of that era as well too. And that's why I kind of made this a little bit more bigger. I made it more epic with epic tricks and magic and that, and increase a little bit, make it more special. Because if you take a look at the Grand High Witch, right back over here, definitely shows the right root nature of a dark Celtic witch. You see just here. You can tell. And there's also the history of that. You know, I looked at it, and wow, this surprises me just on the history behind witches and stuff like that too. That they go back from a long time, even around the Celtic times as well too. But that's what makes it a great one. But with that said, let's go see where the tricks are at. So come follow me, and I'll show you. They're just right into there, in that bag, and in that box right there. They're alone in this bag too. So they're all packed, but when it comes time, be taking them out and organizing them into the order of appearance of what you're going to see within that video. After this, I'm going to quickly make up some breakfast. I know it's kind of a late breakfast, but I done quite a bit of work upon this to making sure that things are in order and good to go. Even some things that needed to be added or whatever like that just before now. After this, it gives a lovely time to make something to eat. Once it's done, when we get to at least about 6 or 7, we'll get on with the production. As it is, I uncovered it, so it'll be easy to just dive right on into it. So once I get these tricks from here out and organized, then that part is good to go. And some final book work a little bit in getting the music, which I'll be doing very quickly after I eat a little bit of brekkie. Once that's done, then we're good for the sailing for when it comes time. And now let's go see the set in full. This one over here, looking straight forward. Right about here. Get on inside there. Good. I'm going to go about here so you can see. And I'm going to actually rise above and halo over it so you can see it all in the fall. Just like that. I'll even go down and kneel down so you can see a slight ground level a bit. Going at it just about here. I'll even take a picture of this as well too. There we go. That looks much better. So I'll see you momentarily for the filming production of the second video, going for our 12th installment. And like I said, once this is all done, I'll be putting it in like as playlist in order as well too, including the behind the scenes as well too for videos 1 to 4, as in like it goes like 1 and then behind the scene for 2 and then 2 after it, something like that. I'll have to write out first so I know how it's going to come into order before making the playlist. Yeah, this is what it looks like now when it's all uncovered. Viewing here is all 2. Doing that. For the fireplace there. Nice cool display there. And then from here. We'll do the walls, stuff from over here. So that's quite a lot put into it. Quite a lot to put into it. Including the witches right there. Before heading off, I'm going to show you some of the other lights that I'll have to adjust accordingly to the video itself, let alone the right kind of light setting for it being the way it is as Dark Celtic in nature. Back where these are, I'll have to turn this off. That way you get to see it like this. Like that. So there's that right there. And then there's this right here. I'll make sure you don't see my camera's shadow in there. So I'll have to go at an angle to get what you'll see here. So there's that, which I'll be turning that off as well too. That way to have a nice good look to it. That way when I'm over here, it looks really cool with the witch thing over there, as well as this over there, like that. You can see that I've opened up with some of these like from before. Now I want to half light this. How? I'll show you, because that's another thing is half lighting. And with that, I'll have to turn on the washing light so you can see half light shadow. So you can easily see it. Here, you see? Those lights right there will be turned on. From over here. Like that. Now we get these on. Like that. That way, it half lights, and you get a little bit of shadow, but you can still make out me as well as that witch back there. And I'll make sure that I'm away there so you don't see the shadow of my camera. But as you can see here, because of that light in the back there, as you can see right there, that's coming out of the washroom, comes over here a little bit, but not fully. That light, it looks really good, and it goes well. So you can easily see the house back there, as well as the witch over here. So that's what I gotta do is adjust a lighting as well too. Here we are with 19 minutes and content within this video. As is, it must be off because I gotta go mix something to eat. Once I'm done, I'll get to the booklet there, and then a little bit later on, we'll get right on to the video 2 of the 12th installment. I hope you also enjoyed the little tours of the witchy like tours in the area stuff as well too, on the hikes and nature walks as well too, including the finds that we found on them as well too. Now, that brings you to a wrap, and I'll see you very quickly soon. We'll end off with this setup from the tricks table on. We're like, what's this right to? The table.